Hello, today is a rather important video, so I'm going to try to be as clear as possible. Today's video is about the past tone progression, one of the fundamental building blocks of traditional gospel as it transitioned in the late 80s, early 90s to current style. Now, definitions have to be clear. There's a certain thing called a passing tone, as well as a passing chord. And then there's the past tone progression. So, three separate things. Passing tone is a non-chord tone approached by step and continuing in the same direction. So for instance, you have C, this was your melody note, and you were going to a F. The passing tone would be it approached by step and it left going in the same direction. D would be the passing tone. Remember, it's a non-chord tone. Not a chord tone of C, not a chord tone of F. Now, a passing chord is a chord used in transition to another chord. Usually it's chromatic. So for instance, if you were playing a C blues and you get to the 5 bar, instead of playing it straight like that, you can play it with a passing chord. Then whatever. In that case, that F sharp would be the passing chord. Now, past tone progression is sort of a combination of the two. It's using chord sequences in transition versus versus individual chords. So, in the key of D flat, just so you know, if you don't know your 2-5-1 progressions in all keys, you're going to struggle with this a great deal. Just putting that out there. You have to know those. Because in the past tone progression, you will be modulating 3 times. What does past tone progression sound like? Well, it sounds like that's the past tone progression. 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. That's a circle of fifths. So, the first chord you're going to start with, establishing the key, your 1 chord. It's not really part of the progression, but establishing the key is important. Please do it if you play. So, the first chord will be a 7 chord. 7 in the bass, in this case C, since I'm in the key of D flat. So the 7 chord is a minor 7 flat 5 chord built on the 7th scale degree. Now remember, these are all 2-5-1 progressions, so this is a minor 2-5. So you have the 2, then you have the F7 flat 9, which is the 5 in a minor key. So you have the minor 2, minor 5 of B flat, the relative minor. So that's your first modulation. You're going from D flat major to the relative minor. 2, 5, 1. Now this 1 that you just modulated to becomes the 2 of the next key that you're going to. The 2 of A flat. A flat is a dominant of the D flat. So 2, 5, 1. It's a major key, major triad. So you'd be playing a major 2-5. Then the next one, you're modulating again, going to the G flat, which is the subdominant of D flat. So another 2-5-1. So when you're playing the 7-3-6, it's actually 2-5-2-5-2-5-1. In chords, it'll be a minor 7 flat 5, a dominant 7 flat 9, modulating. Again, you have the minor 9. Then you have the dominant 13 with the bass. This is assuming you're playing the bass along with it, along the circle of fifths. What was I? Dominant 13. You have the root, third, 7, 9, and 13. Then, modulating again to the subdominant key, you have minor 7. This would normally be the 1 chord, but since it's a dominant 7, it's actually a secondary dominant. This is the dominant of the subdominant. Then you have, well, more clear, dominant of the subdominant, it's a dominant 7 chord. Then you have the major 9, built on the 4th scale degree. The most important portions of the past tone progression are the 7-3-6 and the 2-5-1. 7-3-6, 2-5-1. The 2-5-1 is, I said it wrong, sorry. It's not 2-5-1, it's a 2-5-1 progression, but the numerical scale degree is the 5-1-4. 7-3-6, 5-1-4. Those are the two most important parts. 7-3-6, then you have the 5-1-4. Some suggested listening, it would be Marvin Sapp. Never would have made it. It's in key of C, but the concepts are evident, and it's basically the entire song. Now, a way to practice this, in whatever key you're in, say you're in the key of C, the first past tone progression will be a minor 2-5 to the 6th scale degree. So minor 7 flat 5 to your dominant 7 flat 9. Then you have the minor 2-5, a major 2-5 to the 5th scale degree. Then you have the major 2-5 to the 4th scale degree. So minor 2-5 to the 6th, major 2-5 to the 5th, major 2-5 to the 4th. That's the entirety of the past tone progression. And it's used in a lot of other songs in transition to into other chords. It's basically everywhere. Comment below if you can think of another example of where you've heard the past tone progression in other songs. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and spread this video around to other people that could learn something from it. Thank you for watching, and have fun practicing.